What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zach here, and welcome back to a new Dragonmaid deck profile. Yes, finally I'm back with a new Dragonmaid, and better than ever, I would say, if it wasn't true. No, this deck didn't really get much support later. The only thing that changed was probably the blaster, the only big thing that I personally put it just to try, and I quite liked. And I didn't make video on it because this format is particularly bad for Dragonmaid, I think, because the good thing about Dragonmaid is that it keeps the monster your opponent control, let's say, in control. It can bounce whenever you like, whatever you like, kinda. And in this meta, bouncing just one or two monsters is not enough. And for example, the thing I always say is like Special Farrier, Sphere Bounce Farrier, Special Farrier. So it has a poor matchup versus Cash and versus most of the other decks. I still like the deck, and I think you guys still like seeing my the last views on Dragonmaid. And so I'm back with another one. Before we start, I want to remember to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on what you want me to do next. And nothing, without further ado, let's get started. So for the Dragonmaid package, didn't quite change. Still playing free Chamber and free Parlor as a starter. Chamber searches Parlor Trap and Parlor dumps any Dragonmaid card. These are the usual one card combos, because the combo of the deck combo is make spheres pass, and these both make it by themselves. I am on one kitchen and one nurse. Kitchen is in here just because by playing the blaster and the gold sark you have a search of that, and a fire to discard an excellent egg, which is nice. Only one is enough, and one nurse because it's standard. For the big one, I play one Lorpar, one Ernus, and one Tikak. Standard, you need big names, kind of. These are not even the bricks, because now you can do stuff with them in a lot also, provided you see also the small ones. So yeah, kind of standard for now. Then for the rest of the package, 2 Black Metal Dragon and 1 Darkness. This also is our one card spheres, because if you link Black Metal, you search Darkness, Darkness revive this and make spheres again. Standard, not playing more than this. 2 Noctovision. This is just a extender if you summon any Dark Dragon monster and let you draw one. And then I'm playing 1 Tempest and 1 Blaster, because as he said, I'm also playing Goldsark. These are good Dragon monster in general, because they are free extenders, and the hand effects are kind of nice. Goldsark is just the cherry on the top, because it adds extra consistency by punishing any of them. Sure, you get their specific Dragonmaid, Parlor or Kitchen. And then to end the Dragon lineup, I'm playing 3 Magnamut and 1 Transform. These are kinda mandatory now. They are so flexible within the archetype, they kinda hurt some decks in the meta. There are 3 wins against other. Most importantly, they are kind of starter of the deck, because seeing Magnamut is like seeing any Dragonmaid for next turn, which is good if your opponents play even a single light or dark. And Druidstone is just another target that's good to break boards. No more Bestias, this is I think enough. And then for the entraps, I'm not playing a lot of entraps in this build. I'm playing the free Ash, free Gospel, and free Imperm. I'm not playing the small word in this list because I didn't really when I tested it, I didn't feel the need of small word. I think the deck was consistent enough. These are the most generic entraps, I think. I was thinking of replacing Imperm with Veiler, because of one thing I show you later. But other than that, you just wanna play the entraps that hit most decks generally. Then for the spells, free Hospitality, best card of the archetype probably, and 1 Dragonmaid Changeover. I cut it down to only 1 because I didn't feel the need of playing two. Most of the times they were kind of breaks in end. If you open only one and sometimes you open two and it really didn't work out. I think one is enough, and hospitality is mandatory and free. I think if you play the deck. For the last pair, I'm playing one for one. This is why I said I want Veiler mainly more than Imperm, because you can pitch Veiler for one. You can't pitch Imperm for one. This is in here just as a black metal dragon kinda extender. It's another one card combo instead of small world, but it lets you summon it instead of adding it, so it's an extender. Then classic free tiding. This is the real best card of the archetype, the card that makes you win most of the games and nothing. This is 40 card for the main deck standard. And then for the extra, I don't think you need an explanation again for this, because I didn't change it at all from the last list. One striker and 3 spheres. Striker is the bridge to get you 2 spheres within the all the one card combos. And 3 spheres is in here because you don't need you need all of them, mainly because Dragonmaid doesn't have a lot of removal by itself. Sphere access removal and starter of the deck. One Masquerada because you need a body to get into as an extra interaction, alongside with Unicorn or Goddess on the opposite turn, because you get a lot of monsters in this build with the rulers, one for one and etc. Then Dark Arches Code, this is mandatory. This is a easy way to OTK whenever you want, basically, because Arches Code you get it whenever you want between a Unicorn. Dark lets you just help you, and it searches for Black Metal Dragon if you really want. Then for a fusion, one Borreload, 3 House and 2 Shio. Standard lineup, never cut any of this. Maybe Shio to 3, but it does never come up the third. House to 3 standard, and the Borreload is still good, I think. Then for the side, I'm playing a 3 Drone Lockbird. I'm not remaining it because most of the popular deck now don't really add that much. Only Cash, let's say. The other good ones are gone off the meta. This is still good within the archetype also, because you have Tempest, which can summon itself by banishing this, or you can pitch this to add any dragon, so it's good. One Pancratops, it's absolutely free. Breaks board by itself, would not replace it, maybe never. Then one Duster and 3 Cosmic as backrow removal. The deck struggles to remove backrows, so these are in here for it. For Evilly, if the board breakers were not enough. Dragonmaid doesn't really tend to break boards, like this version kinda does, because it's a more combo style, but going second you still have trouble, and sometimes end trap don't really work, so Evilly is needed sometimes. I'm still on 3 Imperial Iron Walls. Yes, I still think this card is really good. It's free against some matchups between Cash and Sprite, no Sprite, Runic. This is an optimal card. It doesn't let them play. Okay, that this doesn't let you kinda play now with the rulers, but if your opponent can play and you can play, I will 100% play this card. Then one downtime, it's free against backrow decks. I guess Labyrinth, this is the best card. It keeps bouncing the set cards, never let them activate, and also starting your engine whenever you don't see enough names. So yeah, this was the list. Hope you liked this. This was a really kinda standard list, doesn't really change much. Only here to show the new rulers and what I was playing for Dragonmaid, because I'm not letting the deck down. This is still my favorite deck of all, and I will keep playing until I die probably. And nothing, let me know in the comments what you want, and see you in the... not what you want, what am I saying?